Castaway, the Cry for Wilson, the volleyball.
Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into the channel. I'm Bill, your host, and welcome to another episode of Umpteenth Time Hearing, where I'm building up this catalog of music, of offbeat, lesser-known music from offbeat, lesser-known artists. Sometimes a little more mainstream, but lesser-known song of theirs that just happens to fit into whatever theme I have going on the show, or just because it's my channel and I feel like it. And as always, I'm trying to move around from different genres and styles over the course of the weeks that the program comes out. And having come off of 5 weeks of kind of a doom and gloom British post-punk goth vibe for keeping with the Halloween run-up, as I promised at the end of last week, I'm shifting gears and starting off 3 weeks of much more lighthearted music, first couple anyway, with more of a folk theme. And this one, and all of them, focusing on gender or gender-related issues as it happens. This week, starting with a very prolific folk artist who's been doing this for decades, Christine Lavin, with her great single, Sensitive New Age Guys. Actually, I don't know if it was released as a single, so her great song. Anyway. Christine Lavin, as I mentioned, has been doing this for decades. Her first album came out in 80 or 81, I believe it was. 27 total albums over the course of her career. Those are her solo albums, and I'll explain that a bit more after the song. And you can really get a sense of the type of witty songwriting that you'll hear with the single I'll be playing, or with the song I'll be playing. Kind of artist who's really adept at being both quick-witted, sharp-tongued, if you will, but also tongue-in-cheek quite often, and quite often at the same time. You can tell that somewhat from her album titles, I think particularly of her 2014 album title, which has a whole lot of truth to it. If you're drunk, you cannot buy a puppy. That ought to be a law. So you'll hear a lot more of that coming up. Now, in terms of, this is a song that I actually, unlike what the channel title says, I haven't heard this really umpteen times. It's one that I've heard a number of times, a few over the years. I never had a copy of it myself, but it was played on the college radio station that I had listened to off and on at that time. It was about a year or two after I graduated, so I'm speaking of the college radio in Burlington, not the one that I was a DJ at. And also at that time, I was sharing a two-bedroom apartment with a lesbian couple who introduced me. I can't remember whether they played it for me first or I heard it on the radio, but I know I heard it from both sources at one time or another, and it just sticks in your head. So, as always, the lyrics are posted for this song below, but this is a live version recorded in October of 2015, 25 years after the original came out. The lyrics have been changed and updated over the course of time just to keep up with the times in some ways. And I'm still digging, but I haven't found a copy of these newer version of the lyrics posted. So I'll be transcribing them as best I can if needed. If I can't catch a line, I'm going to put unknown there. So if you happen to see that and you figure out the lyric better than I can pick up with my weak musical ear, I'll admit, let me know. As always, appreciate any other comments you have down in the comments below. And hey, while you're at it, don't forget to click on the subscribe and the like buttons, ring that post notification bell. Feel free to share the video. But let's not wait any longer. Time to get right into it. This is Christine Lavin from 1990's Attainable Love with the song Sensitive New Age Guys. Enjoy.
Well, we're coming near the end, and I have a song called Sensitive New Age Guys. And I need guys who will be my backup singers. So I think the best way to do it would be to ask every man to come up here. So this way, there's safety in numbers. It's just 4 words. Would you come on? Come on, guys. Come on, you can do it.
All right, let's do this.
Come on. You're a guy.
All right, this is our climb to fame.
Yes,
Right.
yes. Don't worry.
Technically, I'm not a guy. I'm a boy.
Stand next to your dad. This will be such a father-son bonding memory. They'll come gushing back in therapy years.
Therapy.
So guys, it's a song called Sensitive New Age Guys. Do you know the song?
I've seen the title.
Okay, well, it's really, really easy. Your part goes like this. those 4 words sort of in a loud and manly way.
Okay.
Loud enough.
Okay.
Now.
Sensitive New Age guys.
Perfect.
Didn't know.
I know.
Are you guys getting pictures of this thing?
Yeah. It's become a Chippendale show. All right. This is the way it's going to work. I'm going to ask the question. Sometimes the answer is sensitive New Age guys, and sometimes it's ooh. I'll lead you through it, okay? And if you also want to sing along with them, you can. That would make them feel very good. So, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Who like to talk about their feelings?
Sensitive New Age guys.
Who knows that if you kiss a boo-boo, it starts healing?
Sensitive New Age guys.
Whose dream car is a hybrid station wagon?
Sensitive New Age guys.
Whose favorite song is Puff the Magic Dragon?
Sensitive New Age guys.
Who like to cry at weddings? Who think that football is so very upsetting? Whose favorite place to hang out is a shopping mall? At the movie Castaway, who cried for Wilson? The volleyball. Ooh. Then again. Ooh. Everybody stop. Whose last names are hyphenated?
Sensitive New Age guys.
Who walked out of Long Dong Silver, a movie they hated?
Sensitive New Age guys.
Who prefers clothing styles understated?
Sensitive New Age guys.
Who thinks a full head of hair is overrated?
Sensitive New Age guys.
Who thinks that red meat is disgusting? Who's into UFOs channeling the Dustin? Who wears Teva sandals with black socks? Who says Charlie Man totally rocks? Ooh. Everybody do that. Ooh. Everybody stop. Who likes music that's repetitious?
Sensitive New Age guys.
Who likes music that's repetitious?
Sensitive New Age guys.
Who's concerned about your orgasm?
Sensitive New Age guys.
Even though most guys think it's more important that they have them.
Sensitive New Age guys.
Who carries the baby on his back? Who thinks the Dalai Lama's on the inside track? Who always sings on sing-alongs, even when they can't stand stupid sing-along songs. Ooh. Keep doing it. Don't you love to see lips in that position? Let's see what else we can make them do. How about you straight back and forth? And snap your fingers. I feel like Gladys Knight. I really do. Keep going, keep going. These guys hate this song. They only sing along. Don't want to hurt my feelings. They know what that's all about. Because your feelings have been hurt over and over again. Because they're the most unsensitive, and we love them anyway. Yes, we do. Because they're sensitive. Big finish.
New Age guys.
Take them out. Put that on your resume. You're going to get into Ivy League school. That was beautiful.
Okay, folks, there you have it. Now you know, per the Tao of Christine Lavin, what it takes to be a sensitive New Age guy. Now, like I mentioned at the end of last week's show, that is the only song of hers that I know. Probably not the most sensitive New Age guy thing for me to admit, even if I was introduced to the song by the lesbian couple I was sharing the apartment with. But on the other hand, there's a couple of her criteria that I don't meet anyway. You know, I don't have a hyphenated last name, and I certainly eat red meat. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, the best reason for others to go vegetarian or vegan so that there's more bacon left for the rest of us. Anyway, in addition to her solo work, where I mentioned she's put out 27 albums, Christine Lavin was also a founding member of a female folk quartet called Four Bitchin' Babes. One of the other founding members, Sally Fingerette, is also the only consistent member of that group over the years. As is true of a lot of bands that have been around for decades, there's been a change in the lineup over the course of time, rotating cast of characters, if you will, with one anchor that stays with them the entire time. The more well-known example that always leaps to my mind for this type of situation would be Robert Smith with The Cure. In this case, it's Sally Fingerette with Four Bitchin' Babes, but Christine Lavin was a part of the group for the first 3 of their albums. And so for those who like the song we just heard, like this type of music, I always, of course, include the artist's, when available, official website in the top pinned comment below, which I have done. But I've also added Four Bitchin' Babes, and since she was the founding and consistent member, I put Sally Fingerette's webpage down there as well to give you a bunch of information to take a look at if you like this type of music. The lyrics are, of course, down there also. As I mentioned, this isn't the same version as what was originally released. I haven't done too much digging to try and find this version's lyrics posted online. And there's 1 or 2 lines that I'm a little bit unclear on the lyrics. I'm going to give it another listen. If I have to transcribe it myself, I will. And if I can't catch the song, I'll just put unknown if you know the song line. And your ear's better than mine, like I mentioned earlier. Let me know down below and I can always correct it. Of course, certainly appreciate any comments you have. The whole idea of the show here is to take the concept of these first-time hearing reaction videos and flip it on its head so that I'm creating an opportunity for first-time hearing, hoping that even if you know Christine Lavin and you like this type of music, you'll go and check out my webpage and see a whole variety of other music that's there. Or if you didn't like her, you'll do it in case there's something you do like. Anyway, that's going to do it for this week's show. Please, while you're down there taking a look at those comments on those web pages, do click on that subscribe and like button. Click that post notification bell because I'm putting a new one out every week and you never know what kind of artist is coming. And feel free to share this, of course. Next week on the program, continuing the lighthearted, sort of focused on gender issues music, but with a male artist and a song, a male artist that's a bit more well-known. He's had a couple of songs that you might have heard of, even if you don't know the name of the artist off the top of your head. You might recognize the song. And I'll reveal more about that with a song of his that's a great companion piece to the one we just heard. But that'll have to wait till next week. For now, thanks so much for watching. As always, may the best of your past be the worst of your future. Have yourselves a great day. Bye now.
This is the kind of love